Hey, my friends, how's it hanging? You doing better now that the lockdown is lightened up a little bit? We can breathe a little more, take a toke a little bit easier, whatever it is you're doing. Just do it with a little more feeling of, freedom that we didn't have there the last year or two as the whole lockdown thing got kicked in 2020 and 2021, really most of the year it was going on still. So now that things have eased up a little bit, are you taking time to really spend a lot on focusing on what might be coming by watching a lot of things online, trying to learn what might be the next stage, the next pandemic will be coming? Whether it will be this year, this fall, or a worse one next year, or even the year after, but it will be coming. You can be sure it won't be too long. And when that one comes, it probably will have a much higher casualty rate, death rate, and will be more severe, and the lockdown measures will be as strict or more than what we've already seen. So that day is coming, and this was all a preparation for it, 2020 and 2021. I think most people are aware of that nowadays. I hope you are. But are you spending the time right now to really be prepping, stocking up, say, on a lot of extra food, dried food in particular? Canning even wouldn't be a bad idea, to have some food stashed away, pickling things, I guess, and having things like a generator, having a good supply of just the basic provisions you would need to survive. Water for sure, stockpiled on some water, just in case even the water supply gets temporarily shut down, or maybe a long time, we don't know. So it could be really panic city if all this goes down the way some people think it will eventually. It's going to potentially lead to martial law that we've already seen a couple of times in other countries over the last couple of years. It could definitely be happening in nations like the United States too. I wouldn't rule that out. I always say it's a time right now to mend a little bit, heal ourselves, and nourish ourselves in a way. So doing some fun activities, healthy activities, family stuff, traveling, or whatever, just working outside in the garden. These kind of things are very, very important that we do that for ourselves, but don't lose sight of the fact that we're not out of the woods. Things are never going back to what normal was. If there ever was such a thing as normal, I kind of doubt it. But things are never going back to the way they were before all this hit the last couple of years. And we know it shouldn't have been really that big of a shock or surprise to most of us. I think many people have been predicting this kind of thing for some time, that there was something imminent and there was going to be a super big change across the board in society, the way it operates, with economies, even governments, the way they operate, certainly the medical systems for sure, and the rules and regulations by which we're all deemed to be a part of and live by. They've all changed. All bets are off. The economic system's a big one, I think, that's going to be changing really big in the near future. And money as we know it may be a thing of the past. It may be converted into a whole new paradigm. This social credit score system used to control people. Essentially, if you adhere to what you're supposed to, then you will be part of their chain, part of their system. You'll be allowed certain privileges, you might say. There'll be privileges then, not just what we normally think of as our rights to go out and do things and with a certain amount of freedom. Freedom's going to become a very, very different word in its meaning, what freedom really means. Going to mean people that do the nose to the grindstone and toe the line and do what they're told to do in all respects. They may be afforded some privileges, and the ones that don't, that think otherwise, especially in terms of taking things like this into your body, it's going to be a big question mark what's going to happen next time around. But I would recommend, as I've been doing, take some time to really, charge yourself back up, get your energy back, your health tip-top shape if it's not already. But also look at taking a little time to do some stocking up and some prepping and provisions, because this has been a thing that a lot of people have laughed at other people for doing this for years, saying, well, what are you, nuts, stocking all this stuff up? But I guarantee you, folks, I think it's a good idea. We're doing it, and we're going to do more. And that's all I really wanted to share with you tonight. Just hope you're all doing well, and that if you have anything you want to share and trade on here, it's as good a format as any, I guess. Look forward to that. Take care. God bless.